On the news today, President Tinubu approves 27 new road projects. On the foreign scene, South Africa tightens security over protest. Iran rules out talks with US in Qatar. And in sport, Germany, the Netherlands crash out of World Cup. Glad to have you join us. This is the news update at 12 on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I am Olusegun Fawole. The federal government has approved 27 road projects valued at more than 3.9 trillion naira across 15 states. Minister of Works David Umahi disclosed that the projects were approved by President Bola Tinubu during the Federal Executive Council meeting in Abuja. According to him, the road projects will be executed in Adamawa, Benue, Cross River, Ebonyi, Ekiti, Kogi, Kwara, Lagos, Niger, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, Plateau, Taraba, and Yobe states as part of efforts to improve the nation's transport infrastructure. Umahi also announced the completion of the first 118-kilometer section of the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Highway, describing it as a major milestone in the government's road development program. The federal government has approved a major reform of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC), replacing military leadership with civilian director general and restructuring the one-year scheme to 11 specialized skills-based streams. The decision was taken at the Federal Executive Council meeting chaired by President Bola Tinubu. Government also approved changes to the orientation camp program and NYSC uniform, while directing amendments to the NYSC Act to give legal backing to the reforms. The Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, said the reforms are aimed at transforming the NYSC into a platform for skills development, job creation, and national productivity. First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu has inaugurated the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Future Academy, the Senator Oluremi Tinubu Clinic, and the National Community Food Bank Program in Jigawa State. Speaking in Hadejia, the First Lady said the food bank initiative is aimed at tackling child malnutrition by providing nutritional support for pregnant women, nursing mothers, and children under 6. She added that the program will be expanded across the country's 6 geopolitical zones. Tinubu said the initiative has the backing of government and private sector partners, including the Dangote Group and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, noting that all food items distributed will be locally produced. A Kaduna State High Court has rejected the bail application of former Kaduna State Governor Nasiru Ahmed El-Rufai, describing the request as lacking merit. Justice Durius Kobo ruled that the defense failed to provide sufficient evidence to justify granting bail, arguing that the application did not establish exceptional circumstances that will warrant the court's direction or discretion. The court, however, directed the ICPC to allow the former governor access to his medical team or any medical facility of his choice within Nigeria while in custody. The case was adjourned to July 7 and 8 for the continuation of hearing. The Oyo State Police Command has paraded 4 suspected kidnappers linked to the abduction of 2 children in Lanlate, Ibarapa East local government area, as it also announced the recovery of firearms connected to a suspected armed robbery syndicate. Our correspondent, Damilola Daudu, has the details.
The State Commissioner of Police, Abimbola Olubenga, during a press conference, disclosed that the children were rescued in a joint intelligence operation involving the police, Amoteco Corps, local vigilantes and hunters after armed hoodlums attacked Ebinkpejo village and abducted the victim. Abimbola explained that while 2 suspects sustained gunshot wounds during an exchange of fire, 2 others, including the alleged local collaborator and another suspect from Kwara State, were later arrested.
This first report was received that armed hoodlums invaded settlement at Ebinkpejo village, Fiara and Latte, where they ransacked houses, assaulted residents, and abducted 2 children. Upon receipt of the report, I immediately directed the divisional police officer and Latte, in collaboration with operatives of the Amoteco Corps, local vigilante groups, and hunters, to commence an intensive bushcombing operation aimed at rescuing the abducted children and apprehending the perpetrators. Through intelligence-led policing, technical support, and coordinated operations, the joint security team successfully traced the abductors' hideout deep within the forest. On sighting the advancing security team, the hoodlums opened fire, resulting in a gun duel. The operation responded professionally, overpowering the criminals and forcing them to flee in different directions. During the operation, one of the suspects, Umaru Usman, male, aged 25 years, sustained bullet wounds while attempting to escape and was immediately apprehended.
While the police identify one of the suspects, Sunday Idowu, as the alleged mastermind behind the kidnapping operation, the other suspects, Umaru Usman, Abdullahi Ahmed, and Mohammed Ibrahim Shino, claimed they were under a spiritual influence and each accused others of initiating the crime.
Èmi ò mọ̀ rí bí eléyìí ti sọ fún mi mo rí èmi ò ṣe rí èmi ò mọ̀ rí èmi ò ṣe rí. Ojú dúdú ló kó bá mi torí bí ò bá ṣe ojú dúdú ìbá ti rìpọ́ọ̀tù bọ̀bọ́ yìí ti pẹ́ torí ó ti pẹ́ tó ti ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ìmọ̀ ń sọ fún pé mi ò dé mọ́ bí ò níbọn. Ó fún mi ní owó pé kí n bá òun ra ọta bọ̀ mi ò ra ọta yẹn mọ́ ìbọn yẹn ti bàjẹ́ ó ti wà nínú ilé ti pẹ́ bùrá mi ló ní ìbọn yẹn ó ti bàjẹ́ tó ti wà nínú ilé ti pẹ́. Bọ̀ ìgbà tó sáà ń dààmú mi èmi ò mọ̀ pé wọ́n lè gbé kòròfò ọ̀bọ̀n pé àwọn fẹ́ fi lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn mo rò pé yóò máa respect pé bóyá kí n bá òun ra ọta. Bọ̀ ìgbà èmi ṣàgbé ìbọn yẹn fún tán èmi jáde kúrò lé pé tó bá wálé ó máa padà bá mi mi ò mọ̀ pé wọ́n lè fi kòròfò ọ̀bọ̀n kan lọ fi ojú.
So lóòótọ́ ni ìgbà tí èdè yẹn dì mí èyí sínà pè mí lérí aago ìgbà tó pè mí lérí aago mo wá bá nítorí ní fi ń dìnnà pé èmi ni mo wá pè lérí fóònù ó sì ń parọ́ ni èmi tó ń dìnnà pé èmi mo sí irọ́ ló pa so èmi àti sínà àwa la jọ wá bá àbí kì í jẹ́ kínní Abdullahi so wọ́n ṣàjọ sọ̀rọ̀ èmi ọmọ nǹkan kan pa nítorí èmi ṣáà sọ fún wọn pé nǹkan yìí ìgbà tí èdè ṣáà wá pọ̀ lómi gan tí àwọn àmọ́ tí mo ń ṣe mọ́.
Meanwhile, in a separate operation, while tracking a wanted armed robbery kingpin in Lagos, the police command revealed it also recovered 2 Russian-made double-barrel guns, a Magnum pump-action rifle, an English revolver pistol, and 36 live cartridges after the suspect fled the scene. The State Commissioner, however, reaffirmed its commitment to tackling kidnapping, armed robbery, and other violent crimes, urging residents to remain vigilant and provide credible information to security agencies. Damilola Daudu reporting for Dominion News.
And now to the foreign scene. South African police and military personnel have been deployed across major cities to prevent violence as anti-immigrant protests coincide with an unofficial deadline for undocumented foreign nationals to leave the country. Deputy National Commissioner for Policing, Tebelo Mosikili, said the deployment is aimed at ensuring peaceful demonstrations and maintaining public order. The Border Management Authority reports that about 25,000 people have been repatriated in recent weeks, while thousands more have voluntarily returned to countries including Malawi, Ghana, Mozambique, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe. Meanwhile, hundreds of foreign nationals remain in temporary shelters awaiting evacuation, with Uganda announcing plans to begin the evacuation of nearly 750 of its citizens in the coming days. At least 20 people have been injured, 5 of them critically, after a fire broke out at a petrochemical plant in eastern India. The blaze started in Naphtha pipeline at a facility operated in West Bengal. Firefighters deployed 12 fire engines to contain the fire, while injured workers and security personnel were rescued and taken to nearby hospitals. Authorities said the cause of the fire is yet to be determined, but assured that an investigation has been launched into the incident. Iran says it has no plans to hold talks with the United States this week, despite reports that both countries are sending delegations to Doha in Qatar. Tehran insists its technical team's visit is unrelated to the American delegation. The United States is expected to send a team led by presidential envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, while Iran's foreign ministry says no negotiations have been scheduled at any level with U.S. officials. The uncertainty has raised concerns over the fragile ceasefire reached in June to hold 4 months of conflicts. And now talking sport. The FIFA World Cup knockout stage has produced major upsets, with Germany and the Netherlands eliminated after losing penalty shootout to Paraguay and Morocco, respectively. Brazil fought back from a goal down to defeat Japan and secure a place in the quarterfinals, while Paraguay declared a national holiday to celebrate its historic victory over Germany. Germany's early exit has increased pressure on coach Julian Nagelsmann, although former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has dismissed speculation linking him with the job. Morocco's victory over the Netherlands has also been hailed as another significant milestone for African football. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and on X at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I am Olusegun Fawole. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.